Are you looking to learn the basics of needle felting, how to use needle felting tools? If so, then you're on the right video, because today I'm going to share with you everything you need to know. Aloha! Welcome everyone to today's video, the basics of needle felting, how to use needle felting tools. My name is Iceland and I'll be your fiber artist host. And on this channel, Snowflake Forest Felting, I share needle felting videos, tutorials, and more. So if you're new, please consider subscribing. And if you want to know more about anything you see on this channel, be sure and check the links down in the description below this video or leave a comment. I'd love to connect with you there. If you find this video helpful, please give it a like, hit the thanks button, share it where you can. Now let's get into today's video. Here we go, basics of needle felting and how to use the tools. So don't let everything you see here overwhelm you. It is really simple. Really, there's three main components: your needles, your surface, and the wool. So I wanted to show you, here are a few examples of needle types. I have 4 here. These blue ones are speed needles. They're gonna pull more wool. These are my go-to needles. So needles are extremely sharp, and you can see on the end it is barbed. And so each of those little cuts into the needle is going to be shaped different, sized different, and they will have different names and gauges. Don't let that overwhelm you. Some wools can be thicker, heavier. Always put your needles away when you are not felting. This is one, and there is 5 needles inside there. And then this pin has 3 needles. Well, technically there's only 2 in here at the moment, but I can hold 3. Must have been experimenting or doing something where I only wanted 2 needles. So don't let the sizes and gauges and types overwhelm you. Clover USA, these needles are all from there. Highly recommend them. These will work with most wools and pull most wool. So that's that. We're gonna put needles aside. Make sure those are always at a children's reach. Scissors and measuring tool, these are a little excess, but if you're wanting a really nice finished product look, you're gonna wanna trim away the excess fibers. I love these ones with a curled tip. Again, remember, I'm gonna have all this stuff linked down in the description below for you. You can go and check out more there. A fabric tape measure if you're wanting to make sure your felted item is a certain size. Beginner tool, really awesome thing just to try. If you're hesitant in getting the wool shaping, you can use a cookie cutter. Just make sure you're going straight in and out of the wool and not poking the cookie cutter where you could break a needle, because those can break very easily. They're super sharp, which brings me to why you have a surface protector. This is super important. I love these foam ones, and I like to use them for 2 different themes. Here you can see their colors mainly. One of these is white, one of these is off-white. So you see here this wool, we have some types of wool. We have a few things going here. Don't be overwhelmed. So this is wool batting. If you were felting something like this where you have an inside, you'd felt the ball first, and then you're gonna wrap the color around it. An item that's really thin, like maybe these, you're not gonna wanna take the time to put this type of wool inside. It'll come out and you'll see it come through your color. So this is just kind of a way when you're making larger objects to save your wool, because colored wool can be more expensive, but it's really not that big of a deal. You don't have to have this part if you don't want, and you can just work straight with the color. Exciting here, we're debuting. This is wool that I made. Well, I didn't grow it, obviously the sheep did. However, I dyed it and I combed it and carded it. Look at that. So that's batting. That's amazing. Look at these fibers. Long, stringy, beautiful wool fibers is what you use for needle felting. And this is wool batting. I have some other wool batting here to show you. I'm going to pull it apart. See how short that is? That works. That's great. I just wanted you to see a little bit difference in the quality of wool that my batting comes. This wool would also be great if I continued to keep spinning it to make wool roving. So this is wool roving, and you can see it's pretty tight. It has these long, beautiful fibers as well, and they're all carded in the same direction. So that's the difference between roving and batting. These fibers are going kind of all different directions. Slightly looks like a little mix of both roving and batting, but it is batting because these fibers are going different directions. So that's the basics of wool. Next up here, I just wanted to show you some of the themes that I've made that you can make, and then we'll get into showing you how to use the needle felting tools. This, I think there is a little bit of, core wool in there. If you were wondering, these are all of the colors of wool that I am now offering. I'm so excited about this. I made wool batting. I just wanted some consistency in the wool that I was using, control of the colors and how it was going to look for the longevity of this craft and hobby for me. So definitely if you want to get some wool, I would love to see what you guys are making with the wool colors I made. So now wool, super simple. What you do is you take your surface, you take some of the wool, and you're going to take your needle. Another reason I like these surfaces is I can just set it in there like that, just to show you how to start felting here. You're going to take it and start piercing it in and out, straight in and out. You don't want to go at angles and risk breaking off your needle. And then you're going to flip your project and felt it continuously 360 degrees. And then you can already see the wool is starting to condense and felt, and all these fibers are just entangling, making a small condensed shape. Whatever you want. This isn't too late. You could even show you a little demo here. Shove it into this star in the mold, straight in and out. Pick it up, get the other side, drop it in, just keep felting. Up and again. So do that continuously. You can already see it starting to take a little star shape until you have a solid shape. Trim it up with your scissors, and it's that simple to needle felt. Those are the basics. And that's it. That's the basics of needle felting, how to use the tools. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, don't forget to give it a like, hit that thanks button, leave a comment, share it where you can, subscribe if you haven't yet. If there's something you'd like to see me felt next or have any questions, be sure and drop that down in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching. Aloha, mahalo, bye, and happy felting.